Hey, welcome to John Michael's Rock Box. I'm John Michael, your host. It's a show that just absolutely rocks. It's about all things that rock. So if you are in a band, if you are a dancer, if you're a sculptor, if you're an author, if you do things that rock, and you know, we can tell here at the Rock Box, things that rock, we'd like to hear from you. Send your information to us here at jmrockbox@mcaet.org. All right, and we'd like to see and go over some stuff that you send to us, and we'll get back a hold of you if we can put you on this show. All right, you can watch this show anywhere in the world. Box mcaet.org/live. And yes, as usual, we are always looking for sponsors to keep this show going, because I think once you start watching, you're going to be hooked. mcaet.org/donate. All right, so we're going to move on and get on to our first guest. Our first guest is some friends of mine that I've known for some time now, and they are quite the stellar musicians, as you're going to see. I'd like to welcome my friends Archer to the show. So we're going to bring them on, and we're going to do that in just a moment. We'll be right back with the Rock Box. Well, welcome to the Rock Box. I'm John Michael. It's good to have our special guests today. Members from the band Archer. I have Dylan Rose, David DeSilva. How you guys doing?
Good, man. Good. Thanks for having us.
Well, thanks for coming on. This is great.
Yeah.
Now, I've known these guys for some time, but I've seen their progression as far as music goes, and you guys are keeping extremely busy. You know, things going
to do
on.
what we do.
Yeah.
In the Archer world, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're missing somebody.
We are drumless at the moment today, but Alex is sitting at home getting ready for the next thing. So we thought we'd we just bring Dave and I in, do the acoustic thing, and just have a little fun with it.
Okay, so what we're going to do today, we're going to talk about being that you guys are mostly electric, right?
Yeah, it's a hard rock, heavy metal band, really.
Yeah.
But so today's going to be a little bit of a departure, but it should be fun.
Yeah, we'll talk about how that transition is from going all electric to maybe all acoustic or partially acoustic. We're going to talk about, you guys are really busy doing studio work, so we'll talk about that. Touring?
Well, yeah.
We'll talk about that as well.
Yeah.
Maybe just getting gigs in your local town. If you're just brand new into the world of music, well, we'll have these guys kind of help out a little bit to help you understand what it's going to take for you to progress in the world of music, because it takes a little bit of effort and a lot of patience and perseverance, right?
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Certainly.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about band names, websites, instruments. We'll talk effects, and we'll just maybe come up with some fun stories. Because being out on the road like you guys, I'm sure you have at least a couple. Right?
Too many.
Too many?
Yeah, we'll try to figure out the clean ones.
Yeah, it's the clean ones. That's going to be the hard part, but because Mom's watching.
That's right.
Dave?
Exactly. Probably.
Your mom hears you tell some bad story.
Dave's mom.
Dave's mom.
Bringing the hammer down.
Yeah.
You have to leave the room and tell the story from back there somewhere. So, well, hang tight, man, because we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to talk about a lot of things music, a lot of interest, what you guys like to do, maybe on off time as well. And we're also going to showcase some great music from these guys. And I think one of the songs that we got come up is something nobody's heard before.
Correct. Yeah, the first one that they're going to see is a song called World of One.
Right.
This is the first time that we've really played it. I mean, especially in the acoustic setting. But yeah, it's not out yet. We're recording it right now. It's on the new record that's going to be out probably in January.
Nice.
So we thought we'd give everybody a little sneak peek and come up with a neat acoustic arrangement for today.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, here's Archer and World of One.
All right, this one's World of One off of our upcoming album, due in 2015. World of One. 1, 2, 3, 4.
everlasting light. An ancient glow burns ever bright. The future of our deeds is here. The master plan of planet's fear. We'll soon live in a world of one. The strands of life have come undone. Bleeding the source for all it's worth. Forsaking laws of our own earth. The existence of the system lies. Mankind descends to endless night. Destruction of our own domain. We carry on all the same. And I say, what more will it take? What sign do we need? Ignoring our fate, we're doomed to repeat. The arc of man has run its course. Ruination, no remorse. Of course, what more will it take? What time do we need? Ignoring our fate, we're doomed to repeat. What more will it take? What else can be done? Ignoring our fate, there's a world of one.
Hey, welcome back to the Rock Box. Well, there they are, Archer, doing the acoustic version of a song called World of One. All right, let's talk about that song you just played. Now, normally it's all electric and it's a lot harder, and so playing it now like you did acoustically, was that harder? Was that hard for you to do?
Yeah, in some ways. I mean, we're certainly not used to doing it acoustic and in a
Right.
setting like this. You know, I mean, like we were saying, it's a brand new song, really. So, you know, we have played it live, you know, with a full band like
Sure.
a rock band does on some gigs
Right.
already. And so I think we're a bit more comfortable doing it that way. Yeah. But,
Yeah.
I mean,
you know,
the parts had to be a little bit reworked. We
Sure.
don't exactly play it like we would if we were playing it, you know, electrically. I think that's a common thing when a hard rock band switches to an acoustic set. They're going to have to change things. We actually, there's a whole ending part to that song we just didn't feel works in an acoustic setting, so we actually completely cut out like the whole ending part, and we reworked the way that we play the he plays the guitar riff. So, you know, that's the kind of thing you got to do because, you know, you try to get a feel for a song.
Sure.
So when you're trying to be heavy, you do things a certain way. And when you're not trying to be heavy, you do things not that way. You know.
Yeah. So, like in the world of music, acoustic versions of anything have become popular in a lot of different settings. I don't know. Do you prefer not to do that?
I mean, no. I mean, I think we both like acoustic music plenty. You know, I mean, everything's good. You know,
Right.
there's, you know, it's not about whether it's soft or heavy that makes it good for us. We certainly don't do it very often.
Sure.
You know, we don't perform
Right.
acoustically very often. It's mostly for things like this. But we have fun with it. You
Yeah.
know? I mean, like you'll see later on, like we do this cover at the end of this show, and we just decided to do something fun because it's
Great.
just like this one-time thing. Why not?
Right.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Let's talk about the song "A World of One." What is that? Is there a story to
Well, yeah, I mean, it's certainly got a theme that has, that has been used before. Certainly,
Right.
I mean, it's about, basically, it's about, just like totally wrecking Mother Earth and how we're gonna use up everything until it's totally done, and it's
Yeah.
just gonna be us left, and no animals, and no forest, and nothing, and we're just gonna be sitting there wondering what happened. Even though it took us hundreds of years to mess it up. We're just suddenly we're gonna realize it in the blink of an eye. It seems like, or at least the powers that be will.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So it's got that kind of charge to it. I mean, there's an old Aussie song called "Revelations, Mother Earth" that has this exactly the same kind of vibe.
Sure.
Same lyrical concept. So it's in that kind of realm.
Yeah. We unfortunately come to realize that we've used up all our resources too late.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, and it's like, how do we go back? So that song's just kind of like, toting the resignation of mankind a
Sure.
little bit, because I don't know how we reverse it at this point. So
All right. So, being that, is it an idea that popped in your head? Did you see something on TV or?
yeah, I can't remember specifically right now like which particular incident, but it seems like I don't watch a lot of TV anyways.
Right.
But like even if you're just online for a moment or you got the hotel TV on or something, and then like every other thing is like, war now or some other thing about, cutting down a forest or
Sure.
oil spills or
Yeah.
radioactive Japanese
Sushi.
thing. Yeah.
Radioactive salmon.
Yeah, radioactive sushi. So it's like, yeah. So I don't know. It just seems to just be one thing after another, and the frequency at which these major events occur seem to be increasing.
It's true.
It's like this
Seems
like
like the powers that-
slow
yeah.
apocalyptic building thing.
And it just seems like, to me, it seems like the powers that be like less try to even cover it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It becomes more and more of like,
Right.
whatever.
Like this
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
this is
Yeah,
now a
well,
forum.
Yeah.
It's like if there was some major oil spill, we'd probably be desensitized to it right now because we've had a lot of oil spills.
Right.
So
That's like
yeah,
my
it's
all
favorite.
good.
One of my favorite South Park episodes is when they have the oil spill guy and he always does the apology thing. He's like,
sorry.
I've seen
And
that.
he's
That's
like,
great.
yeah, that's pretty good.
So that'll lead me to the songwriting creativity in general. All right. So is it when you're because it's more than just the one song you have on the CD. Is
Hopefully,
it-
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. Here's the one song, just played in different versions. Here's the country version.
yeah.
Yeah.
What does it entail to create a song? I mean, is it music maybe you have? Because I
Yeah.
know everybody has different ways.
Yeah, everybody's got different ways. It could be anything. I mean, I would say most of the time, for us anyways, the genesis starts with a riff or a couple of riffs
Right.
that him or I come up with and then show to the other one. And then we just kind of both like latch onto it and start collaborating and try to build it into
a
flesh it
snowball
out
kinda
into a
thing.
full piece.
Right.
Typically the lyrics come later, although there are those times where some phrase pops in your head, you go, oh, okay, I'll use that for the next song that we write. Or okay, that's a good title and this is what I want to write about as soon as we make a piece of music that would fit it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So it could be any different number of ways.
I think that it, like all the ways you could think of that a song gets written and comes about.
It
it's
occurs.
Like it occurs. You know what I mean? It's not always like. I mean, maybe there are people that do it the same way each time. You know what I mean? But I think that it's you'll either dream it or you come up with a riff and it'll snowball, or you're just like, oh, I just listened to that one song. I wish I could do something that was like that.
like
really-
that, but not the
like
same.
that
Not the
riff.
same.
Right.
All right.
Exactly.
All right. Well, speaking of that, let's do another song. What's this next one we got coming up?
This one is called Hell in a Handbag.
Hell in a Handbag.
It's off of our previous record, our second one.
Okay.
And it's just, this one actually adapts itself really well to acoustic, and we've done it acoustic in some other settings before, so we thought it would go well today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's Archer.
All right, this next one is called Hell in a Handbag off of our second record. Here we go. 2, 3, 4.
catch up with your past. You know it's never gonna last. Close your eyes on your own demise, my friend. You know we're all in the chaos. Can I say I told you so? But you wouldn't listen. Stupid little kids, you ain't so innocent. Life must be such a drag when your world is going to end. Oh, in a handbag. The needle's back to read your call. No, it's never one for all. Crystal dreams of your own remission. How many more before the fall? Oh, yeah. Can I say I told you so? But you wouldn't listen. Stupid little kids, you ain't so innocent. Life must be such a drag. The world is going to end. Don't you try to tell it all to me. You come and go now as you please. Building bridges just to burn them down. A lonely soul 6 feet in the ground. Oh, what now? Just running to catch up with your past. You know it's never gonna last. Close your eyes on your own demise, my friend. You know we're all in the cast, oh yeah. I say I told you so, but you wouldn't listen. Stupid little kids, you ain't so innocent. Life must be such a drag when your world is going to hell. Stupid little kids, you ain't so innocent. Be such a drag when your world is going to hell. Oh, it's going to hell.
All right, man, welcome back. That song we had from my friends here, Archer, Hell in a Handbag. Man, good stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Right on.
Cool.
Thank you.
So let's talk about your CD, that this song, the one that we first did, World of One, came off of. You want to talk about how this is all progressing?
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's been a process, several months several months behind us now, but we're finally getting to the end of it.
Sure.
The last of the recording for these 8 songs on the new record are going to be done at the end of October, so we just finished them.
Okay.
And then we also just put out a single at the beginning of November.
Right.
That is kind of like in advance of this album.
Oh, nice.
To kind of get people excited and stuff. And it's a song called My Atrocity. So if anybody
Very
wants
good.
to check it out, iTunes and Amazon and all that other stuff. So we're kind of rolling on that right now. Just
Sure.
did some shows to promote, just kind of continue to build momentum towards the actual release of the whole album, which is hopefully going to be in January.
That's going to be great, man. And well, working in the studio, how do you lay down a track? I mean, let's explain to maybe some people who've never been in a studio. Where do you go in for like doing your stuff?
Yeah, well, we've been to 3 different studios for 3 different records.
Right.
So we haven't been back to the same place every single time. So this one is basically in LA.
Right.
Working with a really cool producer that we're fortunate to kind of be working with, and really had a great time with it.
Yeah.
As far as recording, specific methods of laying down a song, I'm sure, again, it's kind of like songwriting. It's not the same every time with every
Right.
person.
Sure.
Like every producer and studio kind of has their methods. But for the most part, with the rock band, it's usually, stuff like guitar solos and vocals and stuff come last, and you lay everything one at a time, and you
Right.
try to get the drums and the bass and the rhythm tracks like kind of intact before you sparkle over the
Sure.
other stuff on top.
Right.
Wow, that was good. How fun is it for you to sit there and do you create all your own bass lines, or you take suggestions?
I usually write my own bass lines. I'm trying. There were maybe like 1 or 2 suggestions that he had for me to just kind of slightly do the thing a little bit differently. But
Yeah.
I guess it seems to me that producers are like the hardest on the drummers.
Yeah, sure.
Right, you know that.
Yeah, I do.
Because it's just like, they're the ones that get really put through the ringer.
Yeah.
At school.
Your meter's off.
Yeah, I think the one thing to mention if you're talking to the students
Sure.
about what it really like the whole actual process that usually happens is the whole band comes in the first time and they lay down a scratch for the guitar and bass and vocals just as a reference for the other musician
Okay.
who's going to track. But then the only final tracks are usually start with the drums, then it usually comes in with the bass, then the rhythm guitar player, the rhythm guitar,
Then you build.
and then you know what I mean. So,
So,
you always have
okay.
to have a reference. So that
Sure,
usually what
yes,
they
I
do
was
is
going to
they lay the
say.
scratch,
Okay, so
so
there's a scratch track that everybody playing, so everybody knows where to reference from. So your drummer has to be right on as far as timing
certainly,
goes.
yeah.
He got it. He got a little bit. He got the business a little bit. Our old drummer with our last record, whew,
Got a lot.
he was a talented guy, but he had a little bit, he didn't have the same experience in hard rock as he
Right.
did with like more technical music.
sure.
So yeah, he got put. And Gilby Clark was the guy who produced our last record
Oh,
before.
my.
He was like just a straight rocker.
Yeah.
So it was, that was an experience for him.
Man, this is going to be great. Are you guys going to be selling your CD? Is it via your website and on the road?
Oh yeah. Once the record comes out, then it's going to be a lot of touring and just endless promotion of the album and selling it obviously online and in person, putting it in people's hands.
Sure.
And,
Yeah.
the whole nine. So
Every
we're
way.
ready to make the next push for the next cycle of this album.
Yeah, good deal, man. Well, we're going to have Archer's website up on, and you'll be able to see where to go to find these guys and to see where they'll be on tour. When the CD's out, and maybe they're making another CD after this. Do you guys want to make another?
Sure.
We're going to make them as long as we're musicians, so
Yeah,
it's
you
kind
can never
of
not. Really?
it's kind of our one trick here.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's do one last song for you guys, and I guess what's this one going to be?
This one we mixed it up a little bit.
All right.
This one is just a fun cover. We grew up with a couple of moms and dads that really liked, that had extensive vinyl collections and all the classic rock and the cool prog and everything. So this is a song from Jethro Tull called Up to Me.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Archer. I want to thank both Dylan Rose and David Da Silva as they go out with a cover song, which is really pretty cool. All right, thanks, you guys.
Thank you,
man.
From Jethro Tull by the name of Up to Me. 2, 3, 4.
To the cinema, leave her in a wimpy bar, telling me I'm gone too far, come running up to me. Make a scene at Cousin Jack's, leave me, put the bottles back, telling me that I cracked, but that was up to me. Yeah. Silver clouds to ride, back the tennis club inside. Trouser cuffs on far too wide, it was up to me. Tires down on your bicycle, your nose feels like an icicle. Yellow fingered smoky girl is running up to me. Yeah. You know it's up to me. If it pleases me, I'll put one on you, man, as the cover fades away. Oh, it's up to me, yeah. Rainy seasons come to pass, the day go by, it seems to last. If I laughed a bit too fast, well, that was up to me. Take her to the cinema, leave her in a wimpy bar. She's telling me we've come too far, running up to me.